So we're taking a look at golf student Andrew's technique before on the left-hand side, his technique after 1 lesson, 1 week later on the right-hand side. Um, if in the lower right-hand corner there should be a little icon that looks something similar to this. If you can click on that, that will enlarge the screen so you can see detail a lot better. So the first thing, the biggest thing we worked on with Andrew is learning how to close the club face correctly with this new technique. So once a student learns how to close the club face, a lot of things fall into place, one of which is the shaft lean at impact. The old technique, the shaft would lean backwards at impact. It would have what's called rear shaft lean. In the new technique, the club shaft is leaning forward at impact. So the old technique promoted hitting ground before ball, and in the new technique, it promotes, with learning how to close the club face correctly and educating these hands, it promotes hitting ball then ground, as opposed to ground then ball. So we can see the old technique, the tendency was, or the habit was, to push with the right hand, push the club face closed with the right hand. And so we can see very clearly that the left hand is on top and the right hand is underneath. With the new technique, we've learned how to rotate the forearms, we've educated the hands in terms of how to close the club face correctly, and now you can see a huge difference between old technique and new technique. Now the student is learning how to close the club face correctly. In the old technique, left hand was on top. In the new technique, left hand is on the bottom. In the old technique, right hand is on the bottom. New technique, right hand is on top. So you can see now when the student learns how to close the club face correctly, in the old technique, the arms are bunched up into, they pull into the body. When the student learns how to close the club face correctly, there's much greater extension towards the target. So huge difference between old technique and new technique in just 1 lesson, and an example of how much improvement can be made in a very short amount of time.